Hey friends, it's Artsy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a speed build on Unoya featuring a build I've attempted before on a previous island, but was so burnt out from the frustrations of fake buildings just not working for me, I reset the whole freaking thing, and here we are, on Unoya. Since the 2.0 update and using the Room Sketch app on the Nook phone, I feel like I've finally come into my stride with fake buildings, at least what I call the sketch layer of them. They've been easier to imagine and keep cohesive with the other buildings without feeling matchy-matchy. I've also been able to incorporate the villagers' personalities and what their home interiors look like with the exteriors. Each villager has a job on this Dreamscape Town island, and so I thought it'd be fun to go back to an earlier build of mine from the old island and make it better. The laundromat. On Oldport, my initial build for the laundromat was so normcore it would have had List the Lass weep in its beauty. I also specifically chose Eunice for the island because one, her house exterior matched the vibe I was going for, and her interior was a literal laundromat. Looking back at the old footage, the original laundromat was pretty cute, but it lacked something. Clutter maybe, layers of items, simple panels. Back when I was even more of a baby content creator, I was still figuring out my niche, but I will say, looking back at the old video and the screenshots of the island, not bad. But with the 2.0 items, it means I can really put emphasis on the surrounding area of Vesta's home and make the exterior more building oriented instead of stating the obvious that this is a laundromat, for laundry reasons. So here's the starting point. Vesta's 4x4 home with a 5x2 chunk of terraforming directly behind it for the second story of the laundromat. I've been enjoying playing around with different shapes and items to make the buildings distinct, and Vesta's home being separate from the otherwise connected areas surrounding resident services meant it really needed to pop. I had already used the Room Sketch app to plan out what items I needed for the layout for the first and second levels, so let's get down to it. Each villager represents the color of the rainbow, save Fang, Antonio, and Vesta, who are my monochrome black and white villagers. Vesta's laundromat and the items used were either in grayscale or muted brown tones. I thought it'd be fun to give her the castle tower items since I tend to keep my entrances relatively flat, and I wanted to go out of my comfort zone by adding levels closer to the airport. After the base of the build was finished, I extended the sidewalk path, which made it feel more cohesive to the rest of the resident services in the surrounding area. I'm still undecided with what to do with the canal next to Vesta's home, but as I placed the item around the build, it started coming together. And here we are, the finished base of the build itself. It likely needs a little bit more nature, some additional custom pathing, random socks, and more town-oriented items, but I like how the Room Sketch app let me visualize how different items can come together in a plethora of ways. I've already shown this build on stream being further along than what is shown in this video, but I tell you, if you struggle with fake buildings or outdoor builds in general, the Room Sketch app is a time saver. It lets you work on anything in a 10x10 grid, so as long as you've unlocked the items to some capacity, happy home, cataloging, DIY building, etc. If you made it this far to the video, comment below which previous builds of yours you would redo with 2.0 items, or if you've done so already. And though I'm super awkward with self-promotion, please be sure to help an Artsy out with a like and a subscribe on your way out. With that, friends, have a good one and stay artsy.